Happy Stoney Sunday and happy Valentine's Day. I am Try Some Tiffany, and this is a very special episode. I'm really excited to share this holiday with you and a special guest, so stick around and enjoy. Hi! We are debating Super Stoney and giving me a makeover, which is like a dream come true.
It's time to crank it to the left, honey. Turn it all the way up. Get up in the gig, the glamour, and the couture, darling.
Mm-hmm. So we're gonna get into it. I brought some glass and some stoniness because this wouldn't
Did
be
you
a
ever,
Stoney
honey?
Sunday.
You brought some full-on glass, full out.
Let's get you. Well, actually, let's start with a bong hit. So we each have a bong hit loaded.
Okay,
So I've
lovely.
got you with this one.
Perfect.
I've got this little one over here for me, and we each have a wick too. Yours is right there.
Oh, cute.
Oh, but I didn't light the candle yet because I got halfway there.
Halfway there, see?
Ooh, thank you. We're in. Okay, get these candles ready.
Okay, good. Now I feel like we've christened the space,
It's
you know.
romantic now.
It is romantic. It's very Valentine's, you know. We're lighting that candle. We're getting the mood set up. It's very that fantasy.
It's the first Valentine's Day Stoney Sunday. I'm almost positive that's ever happened on the channel. So
Now,
this is just
how do you
extra
really
special.
feel about Valentine's Day?
It was never over the top. It was just kind of like, oh, it's cute, you know.
Well, today's definitely going to be over the top.
Oh my god, cheers. Now you told me to prepare.
Yes, God.
I
That
might
was
want to put
love.
my hair up.
Yes, yeah, we're going to need to get your hair because, usually I would wear a stocking cap because, I like to keep it real, keep it 100.
Mm-hmm.
But today, since you're fish, I just want you to just put it in a nice low pony, pull it back.
Do it. So
But
my
today
hair is
we're going to do full-on drag, right? We're not going to do fish. You want to be taken to the next level, Valentine's Day, hot pink.
I got my nails ready just for this occasion.
I had brought nails for her, but she came so prepared she didn't even need these. That's fierce. So anyways, today I want to do like a fun, hot pink, over-the-top Valentine's Day look. Drag.
I want this. Let's get you a dab.
Okay, let's.
Bam.
It's official.
Cheers. I tried to bring all the purple and pink and Valentine's Day themed glass. Because like I said, I've enjoyed it. It's cute. I've gone out to dinner. But I've really never gone over the top. I've never had an excuse to wear this many gemstones just for Valentine's Day.
Well, let me tell you, you are working it like it's yours. Okay, well, so are you ready to get up in this gig?
I am. I'm going to take a dab.
I was about to say, you take your dab. Let me get set up.
It almost looks like a lady's body. I'm seeing it. It's a pinup dab.
A lady's body?
Yeah, like look, if you hold it up, she's got her hands
Oh,
on
I
her
see
head.
it. She's serving hourglass.
Mm-hmm.
Hips for days.
Mm-hmm. She got the memo.
She got the memo. Okay, so you have to start always with a good prep and prime. So I'm going to use a good mix.
Okay.
So just close your eyes. It's a light little mist. Feel the breeze.
So breezy.
Uh-huh. And then I'm going to mix two different primers. One is by City Color, which is available in Santee Alley. And the other is a MAC Prep and Prime.
I love it. Do you always have cannabis in a token while you do your makeup?
Well, I have to. I mean, I'm Lady Ganja, so, I'm always going to be medicating while doing my art form. I feel like it helps me be creative, and, most importantly, makes me feel like myself.
Mm-hmm. That's really my favorite thing about cannabis that I think people misunderstand. They think it takes you outside yourself. And I feel like it really puts you inside yourself and you can actually listen to your own inner voice, your inner monologue, and kind of learn more about yourself.
Absolutely. Well, for me, it also just really helps me calm down and focus. Some people take Ritalin, or some people use meditation, or Some people use religion, but for me, I use cannabis. And I think we all have our own thing, and we all have the right to be able to choose our own thing as well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, beautiful mom.
I used to wear more colorful eyeshadow and really do it when I was waitressing because we had to wear uniforms, so I felt like I wanted to accessorize and stand out in a different way. And I always thought of my eyelids as like butterfly wings.
Okay. Where did you used to waitress?
Oh my gosh, down at Pier 39, so it was
Pier
all
39.
tourists all the time. In San Francisco.
Oh, in San Francisco.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so see,
Fisherman's Wharf.
you know about them San Francisco queens.
I used to go to a couple drag shows a couple times a month.
Okay.
I loved it. It was
So
amazing.
we're going to use a MAC full coverage foundation, which is just like straight up high-end cake makeup. You know, it's just what good old drag queens use.
Mm-hmm. Nothing subtle here.
Nothing subtle here, and luckily we're similar colors, but of course I am going to take you darker because we're going to paint you like a drag queen for the stage, darling.
Mm-hmm. I used to tan. There was a time I was.
Didn't we all, like in the 90s? That was just the thing to do.
Mm-hmm. I found cannabis and makeup around the same time in my life.
Really?
Yeah, like probably 16, 15, 16. A little bit later than some of my friends. But I feel like...
Later for makeup or for cannabis?
For both.
For both.
A lot of my friends are really doing the eyeliner and lipstick and lip gloss. I never really...
At what age?
Like 13 and 14 for a lot of my friends.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you're from California, so I would say that everything is a little bit more, fast-paced,
like-
up-to-date out here.
Not on the daily, but playing around, experimenting, school dances, that type of thing.
Right.
But, when I was around 16, probably into 17, I started doing makeup more every day, smoking every day, and I don't know.
And so wait, what age did you start smoking?
Like 16, 17.
16, 17.
Yeah. What about
Okay.
you?
I guess I was more like 17, 18. It was like junior, senior year of high school. I really had never drank or smoked cigarettes or anything like that. And then I remember I had this good girlfriend, Miss Lauren Glenn, and she was like, "Girl, you've never smoked weed?" And I was like, "No." She was like, "You have to try it. You'll love it. It's great. And like, we'll just like, get stoned. We'll go to a field and we'll dance around."
Aww.
And I was like, "Okay, well that sounds harmless, right? Like, I'll give this a try." Well, sure enough, that's what we did, and it was so fabulous. Okay, turn this way. It was fabulous. I loved it so much. Oh my gosh. And it's true. In the beginning, I really used cannabis for choreography and for creativity in the dance studio. But, now I teach children, so obviously I have a lot to uphold in the studio, and of course I do not medicate when I'm teaching the kids.
I went and saw I don't know if it was your most recent San Francisco performance or not.
It was.
Yeah, it was so great.
Much fun.
My mom wanted to go, but then it was so late at night. She was like, "I can't stay awake. I have to go home."
I know.
Mama Reefer tried though. But I went and I had a great time. And when I left for like a week afterwards, I was like, I feel like a more passionate woman. Like seeing you guys personify female and just be so like, I don't know, sexy and happy and fun. I walked around the next week being like, I'm sexy and happy and fun too.
Aw, I love hearing that because, that's totally why we do it, obviously. I mean, of course, we all love ourselves and get something out of performing for people, of course. We're all hams and ham it up for the camera. But I think really at the end of the day, we all want to inspire. And we all love and respect women, clearly. I mean, this is what we do for a living, so it's good that we can re-inspire the ones that inspired us.
I think a lot of people don't really know how many women look at drag videos and look at like the drag makeup tutorials and really like, I mean, some people know because RuPaul's Drag Race, it's not suffering, it's doing pretty well. You guys got tours going on and everything.
Absolutely.
So people know it's mainstream in a way, but I don't know if they know who's watching all the time.
Well, speaking of tours, there is a new tour in town coming out. It's called The Divas of Drag, darling. The lineup has not been released yet, but stay tuned for more details. It's going to be very exciting. But yeah, absolutely. I think our form of drag has really exploded over the last couple of years, thanks to RuPaul, and I think thanks to all of his queens who go on to represent him season after season.
Because it's not that it wasn't happening, it's that there wasn't a voice, there wasn't really I want to say like a way to broadcast it. YouTube has really been huge, I think, for drag and for cannabis. YouTube, for me, the cannabis industry and the cannabis community has just popped on social media because finally we don't have to ask permission.
Right.
We can just say, this is what we like, this is what we don't like, this is why we use it, these are the shops we want to go to, and it's amazing. So I feel like that's kind of what the internet, I don't know, has brought together to both of these communities.
Does it feel like you're wearing a mask?
I like it. It's also like the most I've ever had my eyes closed on a Stoney Sunday.
No. Are you relaxing?
I feel very relaxed.
Okay, good.
It's like a Stoney spa Sunday.
Right. It's that facial feel.
Now I have to ask, how did the name LaGanja, LaGanja, how did that come to you?
So, it's a long story, and it's a Stoney story, of course. What else? Basically, in college, my really good friend, my drag queen friend, his name was Marquita Velveeta. And I loved how it rhymed, and I loved how it was like a pun for something, because his name was Marcus. So Marquita was like Marcus, it like had a thing for his name, and it also was like Marquis. So I knew that I wanted my name to rhyme, and I knew that I wanted it to be like a pun for something. That was like what I was inspired by from him. So basically, there's several people who have several things they think. My sister thinks that she had a car, it was a Daewoo Lasagna. That's like the name of the car, and she says she called it her Daewoo LaGanja, so she says like subconsciously I got it from her. But I honestly don't know where the word LaGanja come from. I always think it's LA's ganja.
Yeah.
Like I think maybe it was that, like I don't know. Who knows? I really don't know how I got it. I just know that that's her first name. So then her last name, I know, like I said, wanted it to rhyme. And it kind of came from, like, Paris is Burning, which is this documentary about, like, the ball scene, which is, like, this underground scene where the kids, like, vogue and dance at night and have runway shows and challenges. It's very cool. You should check it out. It's a documentary. Paris is Burning. Anyways, what was I saying?
Your name and the documentary.
Oh, right. So the documentary inspired the last name because they would say, like, when they would be going down the runway, they would say Estranja.
Oh.
And so it's like, I kind of flipped that and made it Estranja. So it also sort of means the strange weed. It means a lot of things. You see?
I thought of it as strange at first, but then when I heard it out loud as Lestrange, I was like, Lestrange, like strong weed. So
right?
I know it's all of it. I love that.
See, it's really, exactly. It could be anything you wanted.
See, you're about rhyming. I'm about alliteration.
Okay.
I don't know why, but like inadvertently I've like created News Nug and Stoney Sunday, and I like it when things have alliteration.
Okay, look straight for me.
This is almost a like how to either really impress your date or scare your date for Valentine's Day.
I like that.
You know, your date's either gonna be like, I love it, let's go, or wow.
This is unique. Oh yeah, go ahead, hit that. Won't stop you from your weeds, mama. So now you understand why we say beat your face. Because it's like literally beating your face over and over.
Getting that blend.
Uh-huh, the blend.
Have you grown cannabis? Grown a little plant before?
Honey, I can't even keep a cactus alive, okay? She is not good in the gardens. Now, my roommate, my manager, my best friend, Miss Kristen, she could grow a plant. Now, she's too busy because she's out running the empire. But, no, I've never even dared to try. Go ahead, sneak it in. I've never even dared to try to grow something.
I gave it a shot one time,
I'm gonna do it.
and I learned exactly what you're saying, pretty much. I'm
Really?
not a caretaker, I'm too busy. It's not fair to the plant.
Amen.
The plant deserves better. So I did it one time. I wanted to prove also, you know, it does grow like a weed. Anyone could do it if they wanted, but the plant deserves someone that loves it and is ready to like care for it. And I wasn't there.
Absolutely.
I learned I'm happy to pay a professional to grow some ball mass weed.
Right.
This is some blueberry blast that we're smoking.
Blueberry blast.
And I just picked up, we stopped into a random dispensary, just asked a friend if they knew a spot on the way here. Stopped in, and I like the shatter we got from them and the buzz.
Yeah.
So I feel like it can be hit or miss when you stop into a dispensary. But do you have a favorite in the area?
Of
medicine.
dispensaries?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. Buds and Roses.
Yeah.
I love Buds and Roses.
They're fantastic. Oh my gosh. I did one bud tending day there and I was like, I want to come back as a patient. Like every week. I wish I was closer.
Right. Now, tell me this. Recently, I heard that shatter is actually not as good as, say, like wax. Because I think I was told that shatter is like when it's cooked a little too long and it like gets hard. Is that true?
Okay, I can't say definitively, but I love this conversation because I feel like when BHO was first becoming popular and processed, everyone was so strong about this is the best way and it has to look like this. But then every 6 months to a year in, it changes. So a year or two ago, it was if it don't shatter, it don't matter.
Okay.
You know, and that's just how it was. And now in the last 6 months to a year, it's a lot more of this conversation that we're having now, which is shatter really worth it? Is it really the best? And I think the biggest factor that I've heard people mention are the terpenes.
Right.
That smell, that just, it hits you before you even smoke it. You're losing that in shatter. You don't get it.
Right.
You may pick up a little scent here or there. You can definitely tell if it's like got residual butane in it. But with the butters and the waxes and the crumbles, you really have so much more terpenes just present. Some people say it's bad because that means they're like bursting before you consume them. Other people say it's good because you're smoking or you're inhaling it and you're still enjoying it that way and it makes it a better product. So honestly, it's like, I don't know which is better, but it's really, really interesting that we get to really see these minor differences in the same product.
Right.
It's all the same. It's a butane hash oil, but how it's finished off is really making a huge difference. Cheers.
Cheers. Love it. It's so beautiful. Good one.
The guy that makes these, Wicked Glass, he travels the U.S. in his RV and sets up his torch and makes them in his RV, like wherever he is.
Whoa.
It's amazing. He's just like, sees the whole U.S. I think he's been doing it for a couple years now.
And he's brave.
Yeah. There you are.
Thank you, darling.
There you are. Perfect. Now there's even terpene juice. Have you seen that?
No, but I hear there's been a lot of development with terpenes. In fact, I think there's one cannabis club now that's thinking of getting rid of sativa and indica and classifying it by terps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard something about that too. Is just like it's more accurate for when you find a terpene profile you enjoy. Instead of saying you only prefer indicas or you only prefer sativas, it might be these 3 terpenes that you just really enjoy. And if those are present in any strain, it's going to hit you well.
That's so interesting.
Isn't
It's
it
crazy.
crazy?
I can't imagine like getting rid of sativa and indica because that's just how I've always known them.
I feel like for me that was the first like cannabis like factoid I learned. That was like, it's not just an herb that I'm smoking and it's getting me high, but like, oh my god, there might be different types of it.
See, and I'm a very slow learner, you know, I will admit. Like, I learned just last year the difference between THC and CB.
Aww,
G,
yeah.
CBD.
CBD.
CBD. Yeah. So, you know, I'm always learning.
Well,
and
where did you learn that?
from Buds and Roses. They were really the first collective to really take me in. They provide educational classes on the weekends. And so Kristen and I went because we've always wanted to, you know, be more educated within the industry. Because for me, it really is a medicine. It is something that works perfectly. And that's why I wanted my name to be LaGanja, really, is so that I could bring voice to this plant that really gives me a lot of peace and a lot of clarity. And, you know, it's been a struggle, I'm not going to lie, because I haven't had the knowledge and I haven't had the backing. And so that's why I was like, I have to go out, I have to seek this knowledge, because I want to be able to better the community. I don't just want to ride the, what do they call it, the green train.
Yeah.
You know, like, this plant really does mean something to me. It really does help me.
Well,
So-
even if you weren't like coming through with, you know, little cannabis book from the get-go. I've always really enjoyed on your social media that you love cannabis, you have fun with it, you're wearing the leaves everywhere, like I also enjoy wearing.
Of course.
But you don't take the joke of cannabis users are stupid, or cannabis users are always late, or they're always forgetful. Like,
no, in fact, I'm a professional, honey. I show up early with my music on a CD, ready to go. You can ask all the club owners. It's true.
And that's what matters. I love seeing how you really personify your cannabis use and your cannabis, like the benefits you get from it, but also you as a genuine and professional, enthusiastic, and just passionate person. So I've never even thought for a second you were like riding the green train or anything, but I really appreciate that you actually want to go in and get more facts, because I'm always trying to tell the reefers, how can you like support legalization? How can you make that change?
Exactly.
You need to educate yourself.
And I think so many users don't think that. They think,
Yeah.
oh, well, somebody else is out there fighting it. It's like, no, we're going to have to do this, you guys. We're going to have to listen to our fellow stoners and learn from them and fight this together, you know? And I do see that there's so much change happening. I mean, you know, the fact that we can sit up on YouTube and smoke and do makeup and talk about this, I think is a huge improvement. And, you know, but there's still so much, especially, again, on the medical side, that we don't know and we need to learn. And we're not going to be able to do that until it's legal.
I like the little pink on the inside.
The little dots.
Mm-hmm.
It's cute. Okay, this one.
You mentioned the Beds and Roses classes, and
Uh-huh.
I am so jealous that you can attend them, because that is what I've like fantasized about in a dispensary setting and in a medical environment, is they actually have just educational few hours on the weekends about either CBD and its benefits, terpenes and the different benefits from different strains. It's amazing. It's not just a product mention. It's not just like having another company in to sell anything. It's actually a patient seminar.
Exactly. Yeah, it was like on cannabinoids and what else was it on? Just all
I think
like
they did a terpene line, I'm pretty sure.
I'm sure they did.
Yeah.
It was all the different kind of terminologies, basically.
You do so many different styles of makeup with LaGanja. I see like sexy femme, but I also see like really like new age and angular and kind of like aggressive. And I love it. I don't know. Do you have a favorite style to really play with?
Well, I never really know what I'm gonna do, to be honest, when I start doing makeup. I just kind of go and let that night be that night and let it like speak for itself, to be honest. But I mean, there's definitely a face that I have that I do more regularly, I'm sure. Looking stunning, darling. She's going to the ball. She's getting in the gig. She's giving kids glamour. She's got the eyeliner back here like Mama Alyssa Edwards. She's got glitter on. She's got pinky brows. She's beat. Okay. Now, we're going to use one of my favorite products of all times, which is Jeffree Star's Velour Liquid Lipstick.
Oh my god, I've never used a Jeffree Star product. This is very
Oh my god,
exciting.
it's amazing. So, it's liquid and it goes on and then it dries matte. So it's amazing. Okay, look to me. Oh my goodness. And a little Dior lip gloss, of course.
Ooh.
Just in the center to pop the little lip a little bit.
In case you're missing.
Right, in case you were missing it. Exactly. Look at me. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, stoners and drag queen fans, put your hands together for Try Some Tiffany. Yes, mama. Word. Give it to whirl, honey.
Much.
Yes, honey. She's glamour gorge. And that, my friends, is how you do drag. Okay.
Happy Stoney Sunday.
Happy Stoney Sunday. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. This has been a blast. I'm going to go out looking fierce all over Southern California. And you know, you might see Try Some Tiffany again someday.
Uh-oh, look out.
Bye, you guys. Stay high.
Bye.
Happy Valentine's Day. And happy Stoney Sunday.